So what I'm saying is diet affects consciousness. Okay? It affects the mind, it affects thoughts, it affects our action. So if our mind is clear, then our actions come through in a harmonious and clear and loving way. Even if we're disagreeing, I can still be clear and loving. So to have a properly functioning brain where your mind is balanced and your thoughts are balanced is extremely important. And I know today, more than any time in my memory in the last 78 years, people's minds are not working as well. And we can see it, the way people are acting out there, and also the way people's consciousness is being affected by the media. When your mind is clear, you're far less likely to be controlled by the media mind controlling matrix. Because with veganism and with live food, there's much more sovereignty. Very important principle at this time in history. Next slide, please. So, in the big picture, food's a love note from God. And it's important to appreciate that. It's a love note. It's like, thank you. Thank you. So it's a gratitude for the food as well. Next slide, please. So we've done research in a variety of ways and with the master students, and this is some of the results of the research, is that when people went on a minimum of an 80% live food diet for 2 years, okay, let me clarify. If you're going to go 100% live food diet, usually in 3 months, you're going to see these changes. But in 2 years at 80%. So the question got to me the other day, people said, well, what's the difference? Well, 80% live food over time will give you the results that you get on a live food diet, 100% live food diet, in a shorter time, in 3 months. So what's noted here, important, just what I've been talking about, not an accident, right? I wrote the lecture, okay? There's an improvement in the emotional balance, the mental clarity, and spiritual inspiration. So that's an important thing. Now, in another study, which I did, I found that when people went on to a minimum of an 80% live food, 100% vegan diet, there was a 95% increase in spiritual interest. People got more interested in spiritual life. Now, as I mentioned before, 400% decrease in depression. The neurotransmitters are coming into balance, your whole physiology is working better, and you feel better. 300% decrease in anxiety. 32% decrease in addiction, which actually I think is a low percentage number, but this is presenting someone's research. So a 300% increase in reporting good to excellent energy levels. And we talked about energy, and it is very significant. A lot of people, if you don't have energy to think or move around or feel alive, because we're talking about aliveness now, life isn't very much fun. Not at all. So this increase in energy is something you really do get with live foods, and 92% improvement in the immune system, which I think may be actually low. I think it's probably more than 100% improvement in the immune system, which of course in today's world is a pretty important thing. It's our main defense against viruses and things like that. Next slide, please. And decrease in chronic disease, 68%, and a 200% increase in men's comfort. The person that did this research actually started out focusing on menses. And then under kind of supervision, she kind of broadened it. And so it is very common for women who go on to the live food vegan diet that menses is shorter and not as big a flow and far more comfortable. It's not 100%, nothing here is 100%, but it's significant, that finding. And 245% decrease in constipation. Live food goes through the system a lot quicker than cooked food. Therefore, you don't need so much laxatives or antacids. Your senses get more active. Now, Dr. Breckman did some very well-defined research, showed using mice a 200% increase in energy levels. And what he found is that basically he had them in the little wheel and they had them swimming. And so it wasn't dealing with humans in a like psychosomatic level. It was, here's a mouse, it's not really caring, it's getting food and it's getting more energy.